Well, we're going to be doing a berry pavlova.
Oh, okay.
So there we go.
So
We've got some berries,
yes, what berries are there?
strawberries, some blueberries, and raspberries.
Okay.
You can, of course, use any berries that you want to, whatever is your favorite, but I think this gives it a lovely bit of color and a variety of sizes as well.
Oh.
The first thing that you're going to do is separate 5 eggs. So do you remember our little lesson in separating eggs? I'm going to give you... Separate them from?
The chicken.
The chicken, yes.
Oh, okay.
You are going to separate the egg white, just very gently crack it. You could buy an egg separator for this, but what we're going to do is we're just going to carefully allow all of that egg white to drip out. All right, you see that?
Oh, you keep the yolk.
And you keep the yolk intact and let that all fall out. We can then drop the egg yolk onto this side. The very important thing to understand is that if you get any of the egg yolk into the egg whites, it will refuse to beat up and peak.
Be angry.
It will be angry.
Okay.
So can you try? No? Right,
let's
so
go.
let's go. Beshin separating eggs. Right, okay.
Crack.
What a lot of drama, and then the egg doesn't crack. Okay, so we very gently allow the egg white to fall into the bowl, but keep the egg yellow on the one side. Yes, rather just see what you're doing.
This is easy.
That's easy. Wonderful. Let it all drip out.
But the shells,
Yeah, you don't want any shells. Those are not shells. And then you want to add the yolk onto the other side. Thank you. Oops.
You scared me.
Sorry.
So if that happens,
If that happens, don't put an eggshell in there. You got to very gently pick it up with a rounded teaspoon, because otherwise you're going to break the egg yolk. And if you get any egg yolk into the white one more time, you are in for some trouble. So I'm just going to scoop that in there. And we've got more egg whites to pour into our bowl there. That's it.
you scream.
So we're going to do 5 of these egg whites, and we're going to stick it into our bowl. I have done them already, of course, and if you look here, you will see that they are so beautifully peaked. Can you believe that this became that?
Yes. Because egg becomes a chicken, so same thing.
Does this look like a chicken to you? My word, your analogy. So we have taken our 5 egg whites and we've beat it for approximately 5 minutes with the electric beater. We've used the food mixer, but if you have a hand electric beater, you would beat these up. And then we've added 125 milligrams, that is half a cup of caster sugar and half a cup of icing sugar. We've beat that into the egg whites, and we eventually have this most beautiful meringue.
So what kind of
Texture, you can feel this. It's actually quite stiff, it's soft, but it will peak and it's not going to fall out.
Oh, it's almost like a very marshmallow kind of.
It is a marshmallow, that's what a meringue is.
Oh.
Right. So we are going to put this onto a baking sheet that has been lined with parchment paper.
Okay.
Or in your local supermarkets, you're going to look for something that looks like lunch wrap, which will say baking paper on it.
Okay.
So I would spray the baking pan, put some parchment paper on it, and then all that you do is just empty out with your spatula. You empty this out onto your baking sheet, and you spread it into the shape that you need it to be. So I've just pre-baked it. So I just wanted to show you how to get this done.
Good.
And
So
you
the
could
next
use.
time I can make it.
There you go.
Okay.
You could add. You could fill some of this into your piping bag, and you could just pipe them into little peaks as we've done.
Okay.
And you will bake this in a very low oven of 60 degrees
Oh, I thought low, like.
on the floor.
Yeah.
If your oven is on the floor, then that is fine. That can work as well. But
Okay.
otherwise, you preheat your oven to 60 degrees and you bake it for 2.5 hours. So it bakes for long on very low.
What's the lemon for?
The lemon, I think you can do that. You're going to grate some zest in here, and then you're going to cut open the oven.
So we grate some what?
Lemon zest, like so.
Oh,
Yes.
you mean grate the lemon.
The peel. Okay.
Okay.
So let's
How
go.
much? You do the entire lemon?
No, just a little. Just to give the berries a bit of a lemony taste.
Okay.
That's what Yvonne likes.
Lemon.
Lemon. All right. And
There,
you
is
did
it
very
enough?
well. Yes. I think you could do a
Nothing.
little more. Thank you.
There's nothing coming through.
No, you'll be surprised. Look underneath.
Oh, that's a strong lemon smell. Can you get-
So, I have baked this now for
Wow.
2.5 hours. And as you can see, I've spread the bottom of the meringue mixture just in circular motions on a baking tray. I have then taken my piping gun and I've made some little peaks. And this is the result after 2.5 hours. And if you feel it, do you want to feel this?
Oh, it's hard.
It is hard and crisp. So there we go, our meringue all baked and ready. And all we're going to do now is add some
Zest.
fresh, some beaten cream in there. And we're going to pile on all of those berries.
2019. Please contact our marketing team to invest in advertisement airtime on this show. Email love@firstbite34@gmail.com.
All right, so you need to slice that lemon just in half,
Okay.
yes.
And the reason?
And we're going to just drizzle some lemon juice over all of the berries.
What, to add a kind taste or keep it
Taste,
fresh
of
or-
course, just taste, because we want a lovely zestiness to these berries. It's going to counter the sweetness of our meringue.
Okay, maybe I thought you were going to put sugar.
Right, so here we go.
There we
And
go.
of course, we've got some lemon zest as well. So when we put the cream in here, I'm just going to sprinkle some of the lemon. In fact, let me do it right now. So I'm sprinkling some lemon zest in here.
What
This
cream
as
were you
well.
talking about?
I'm talking about the fresh cream that you can fetch from the fridge for me, please.
Oh. Right, it's the fresh cream that's been beaten up.
That's right.
Okay. there
So
we
we
go.
have put in 2 cups of cream here. That would be 500 mLs. You don't need as much as this, but we wanted it to be lovely and creamy. And I've put 2 tablespoons of icing sugar in here.
Wow.
And I've beat this up.
This way.
So all we're going to do is very unceremoniously plonk all of this cream into our meringue.
It's very, I see. So the berries add the color, right? Because
Yes,
it's very
it does. So it's very white and
wane and
yes. So there we go. Lots of the cream in here.
wow.
Piling it nice and high. Stiffly beaten cream. Please remember as well that when you're beating the cream, you need to stand right there and watch it, because the minute you turn your back,
What happened?
always becomes butter.
Serious?
Yes,
You're pulling my leg.
really. No, you
The
could.
cream becomes butter.
Well, I'm just saying it coagulates, and then you cannot do this with it. It just looks like it's butter. So there you go.
okay.
You could put this into a piping bag and pipe it, but in this case, it actually doesn't matter, because we are going to layer on the berries into this beautiful meringue. How's that taste?
You want to taste it?
Yeah,
So I use this finger, use this.
love it. Okay,
All right, this looks good. So,
so let's go wild. Let's see how creative you are.
so we de-leaf the.
Nope. I just think it looks so beautiful if we just put them in with the little calyxes on
I
the
thought
side.
I'm gonna make like a new word, de-leaf.
D-leaf, okay, like a tea leaf.
Okay, you're a poet, huh?
Yes.
You don't even know.
So can you just put the lemon zest underneath if you see them lying on the top?
Why?
Just so that it doesn't look all yellowy and spoil our beautiful color.
Okay.
So just go wild, go for it. We're putting whole strawberries here. There we go. Gonna drop some of the lovely berries there in the middle.
You said go wild.
Go wild, but with some degree of
Control.
order.
Mm.
All right, so here we go. Raspberries in the middle, blackberries. Thank you. Well, that is so beautiful and lemony. How's that?
Pure and lemony.
Yes.
Actually very tasty.
It is. And just try some of the blackberries that are so.
It's your fingers that are all lemony.
Is it?
Oh,
That's beautiful. I'm piling them nice and high.
that's a bit much, isn't it?
No, I just think it's never too much.
Fruit.
Berries, they look so beautiful. It's quite luxurious as well to have like really high piled. As you can see, I'm choosing the redder ones than the ones that are slightly orangey. I would then put some of the blackberries on there. And we have a berry pavlova for Yvonne on visiting us from his hospital in Imsileni. And I think that he's going to go away remembering this for another 5 weeks.
And probably a few kilograms heavier.
Exactly.